What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Clark Griswold, and you are watching the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. Thank you for coming back today to watch this video. Guys, if you're new to trading, new to the strat, struggling in trading, new to the channel, we're about to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. Okay, but the first thing I need you guys to do is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell is the important part. It gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. And guys, this is our watch list for Wednesday, July 27th. I usually put out a main watch list and a top 5, although I don't have a ton of setups for you guys to go through today. So I think there's about, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, call it 7, about 7 plays. So there's our top 5 plus a couple bonus plays that we're going to run through. If you guys have questions about any of this stuff, you can comment down below, ask them down below. I will get back to you. Or I'm on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You guys can DM me there or tweet me there. I will also answer your questions there. A couple things just before we start. This platform that I use is called TradingView. If you guys would like to try TradingView, if you're looking for a chart to use, if you've never used TradingView before, in the description below near the bottom, there is a link. You click on that TradingView link and it'll give you a free 30-day trial to TradingView. If you decide to use TradingView, you will receive up to $30 off your subscription with that link that you clicked, okay? Number 2, man, I think I'm coming down with something. My throat is getting scratchy. Number 2, the ads that roll through on this, guys, those ads put on by the advertisers allow me to leave this content on here for free. Okay, it prevents me from charging you guys to enter a Discord to watch this stuff, and I want to continue to keep it free. And I ask you to do one simple thing. Okay, when these videos come up, when you're watching my videos, let those ads roll through, if you would please. It keeps it free for everybody. So you let those ads roll through. Go get a drink, go get a snack, and then come back, and we will rock through whatever we're looking at on that particular day on that particular video. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3. I have created an indicator for you guys. It's like a one-stop shop indicator. Gives you guys a bunch of stuff. It gives you this time frame continuity here. It paints these inside bars yellow, paints the outside bars white. When there's an outside bar, inside bar setup, a rare pattern, one that I really like, it gives you a yellow highlight over top of it. When you've got a double inside bar, we're going to see one right away, it paints it blue for you, highlights it blue. It also gives you these candlestick numbers down below, whether it's a 1, 2, or a 3. And it also gives you Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. And it's very simple. We click on here. We can click on our settings. There it is. We can show the daily. And I'll just leave that on there for you guys if you want during this video. And you can see where the 50% is of the previous day's candle and where we would have to break through to play that Sarah Strat Sniper 50% rule. Let's get started on the list, guys. Before we do, actually, I want to go through SPY. So last week, guys, we talked about SPY here every day, about trending up and coming to the top of this broadening formation. We drew it from higher highs to higher highs, okay? And we talked about it. And I said once we hit this, we should look for a reversal to the downside and for it to trend back to the bottom of that broadening formation. So here it is. We had that 2 up red. Then we had the inside bar. So we've got a 2, 1, 2 reversal today back to the downside off of the inside bar that we called out yesterday. Okay, so a great play if you guys caught it. I hope you did. Realistically, what I'm looking for SPY to do here is a 2-2 continuation. Okay, now do we get down this low, hitting targets at 385.42 tomorrow? We might. It depends. Maybe we gap down here, retrace, and come all the way back down. I don't know. That's a $4 move, $5 move, $4.50 for that to move. But I just want to run through this with you real quick. And this broadening formation, it doesn't mean that we're going to come back all the way down here and hit 367. We very well might. But I still think we have some room to trend down here on SPY. So if you guys are into playing continuations and you want to play this trigger at 389.97 for puts, We do have time frame on the day and the week. The month is still inside. Actually, the week, if we go to the week, we are still very inside on the week. So we're closer to taking out the highs than we are the lows. But we'll see what happens tomorrow if we have a continuation or a reversal back to the upside. This, guys, is our actual list here. And the first thing we're going to go through is IWM. IWM, double inside bar. So this 3-1 setup was on our plays from the 25th. And we stayed inside. Okay, so I haven't adjusted any of this. We're going to do this together. So we can move our inside bars to the tops and bottoms of the wicks. We move our targets down, and then you guys can place second targets at the top of those preceding wicks or the bottom of those preceding wicks. So that's a bad target to the downside. With the day and the week already red, we can look for this to continue downwards. If we look on the week, very, very inside on the week. I don't know how we're going to come out of this. And then that probably means we're very inside on the month as well, which we are. We're stuck basically right in the middle of this thing. We'll see how we come out of it. So double inside bars, guys. This is not highlighted blue because we have this 3-1 setup. But if we go back in time and in history, and I should say if you guys want this indicator, the Griswold Strat indicator, you won't find it in the indicator tab. You have to click on the link in the description below. It's marked out. That will give you the link to purchase the Strat, Griswold Strat indicator. It's a one-time fee, one-time payment of $25. You get the thing for life. If there's any updates or edits to it, you guys get those as well. So it's a one-time $25 payment with the link in the description below. You can also find it on my link in my Twitter profile. Okay, we're just going to trim back here. Go back in time on IWM to see the last time we had a double inside bar. We found it because it's painted blue just right here. These 3-1 setups are painted yellow for us, all part of the Griswold Strat. Here's the last time we had a double inside bar and we went outside bar on it. Okay, so the way this works out, guys, the way this shows is we gapped up. We opened way up here. Okay, so at that point, you're going to play a 15-minute play off the 15-minute chart. So you're going to play the break of the high or the low off of the 15-minute bar. And I've got a couple plays that I'm probably going to do another video on. I think it was Walmart and DraftKings from the 25th. So you guys can go check out those. And we triggered off of the breaks of those and we hit targets, okay? So this one here, again, we likely triggered to the downside. And we probably made really good profits. I'm going to see if I can find one more double inside bar on here for you guys. Is this one here? No, that's a D. Right there. All the way back to August. Looks like of 2020. And then we'll move on. We don't have a lot of plays here, so bear with me. We'll move down on IWM. There it was, double inside bar. And what happened? So again, this one here, we gapped down below 153. We came down and retraced back up. Okay, so this would have been a gap play as well off of this double inside bar. So are we going to see a gap? The last time we had double inside bars on IWM, we gapped up or down, whichever way. I think this thing probably trends to the downside. I don't know, but we can play the trigger on either side of it, okay? So that's IWM. Twitter also has a double inside bar. And guys, the one thing I'd like to mention with inside bars when we're looking at it, I like to look at inside bars as the easiest thing you guys can trade in the strat. And it's easy to find with the Griswold Strat indicator because they're painted yellow for you guys. And when you see them, the simplest thing to do, and I didn't mark these ones out for you guys either, we'll do them together. The easiest thing for you guys to do is take the break of the high or the low, and I like to see it with time frame continuity. So hourly, daily for sure on day trades. The weekly is something I like to look for. Everything else is a bonus, meaning it just makes the trade more probable that it works out in our favor, okay? So we have this double inside bar on Twitter. And if we go back in time to see the last time we had a double inside bar on Twitter, it was back in May. Okay, and we had this double inside bar, and it looks like it played out really, really well. So we opened. It looks like we opened right at, and then it jammed down for a wicked. That would have been a great, great trade. And then we've got another one here that we can look at. Double inside bar, and then we had a 2. Which direction did it go? 2 up. And again, we triggered, and we came up, and we didn't hit this target, but this would have been a lot of profit off of this wick, okay? So let's look at Twitter. I lost track there with what I was saying with the inside bars. So off of the inside bars, they're yellow. When you guys see those yellow inside bars, I want you to think of them as a spring or like a jack in the box, and that spring is getting tight, 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 and it's coiling and it's getting tighter and tighter. And when you do that and let it go, it gets ready to explode to one direction or the other. And that's what I like to see off of the inside bars. That's why I like them so much. Okay, so we'll mark our targets or our pivot points at the tops and bottoms. You can see on this inside bar, it wasn't a great play off of this one right here. But this inside bar ran up really, really nice. So again, I go back to show you guys that they don't always work. It's not a foolproof plan. Does not always work. It's the stock market, but that's why we have stop losses, guys, and we don't trade on hope, because when we trade on hope, it doesn't work for us in this. And it might work here or there, but most times if this thing reverses on you, you can probably kiss your money goodbye if you're playing options and you're hoping that thing is going to trend back to the upside. American Airlines is up next. So AAL has an inside bar. You guys already know how to play those inside bars. Let's mark them out for you guys right now. There's the top. We'll mark the bottom for you guys. So the top, we can look for calls at 1365. Puts at 1335. We'll move our target down to there. And we can move our other target down to there. Okay, so there's 2 possibilities here. This broadening formation is really, really old, but I've left it on there. Okay, so this is the most current one I've drawn for this thing. So we've got higher highs, and tagged at higher highs. This, and I think we talked about American Airlines actually hitting these lower lows and then higher highs, lower lows, higher highs, and we're trending back down. So what happens here? If this trends back to the upside, this is likely, possibly, the bottom of the broadening formation, and we start to trend back up, or we're headed back to the 1190 range, 1180 range. But we'll see what happens off of the break of that inside bar. So this one, because we're tagged at the bottom of this broadening formation, and it goes way, way back, guys. So this I drew. This might not even be on the daily. So high. Oh, it is. So there. Lower lows to lower lows. And that's kind of what we drew from there to there. And it looks a little silly the way it's drawn. But that's what it was. Lower lows to higher highs to lower lows to higher highs to lower lows. And then we didn't quite make it back up. And we came all the way back down to this broadening formation here. Now I'll zoom in. I'll zoom back in for you guys. We came to the bottom of this broadening formation. And then we drew another one here where we had higher highs. Actually up, lower lows, higher highs. Lower lows, higher highs. And now we've come back to this original blue one that we had on there from way, way back when. And it's very possible that we tag this thing as we did. And this is the reversal that we're looking for to trend back up. Or it is also very possible that we trend back down to the bottom of this one. So currently the day and the week are red. If we go check out the monthly is an inside bar. And it looks like we are much closer to a 2 down than we are to a 2 up. What's the low? 1193. So that is the low. So if I put a line there at 1193 and we hop back to the daily, we are way down there. So it's still a ways to go to break through the weekly. But yeah, we can play this thing either way, as I was saying. Calls at 1365, puts at, what do we got there? I'll change this one to green so you guys aren't confused by it, and I'm not confused by it. Puts at 1335, our first target is only 5 cents out, so I'd like to see a little bit more movement than that. And then, sorry, let's go back into the weekly here, and we'll erase that one because that was confusing me a little bit. So that was the old one. Sorry, that wasn't the old one. On the weekly, we are already 2 down. My bad, guys. Put that one back in there at pink. Okay, so we are already 2 down on this thing. So my guess is, why did it show me? Anyways, we're 2 down on this thing, so my guess is this thing probably continues down lower to the lower broadening formation, but we'll see what happens. If it trends up, we can definitely take that play for you guys, okay? It's definitely a playable play based only on the fact that we're at the bottom of this broadening formation here, and we could reverse back up. Okay, a lot of you guys, this is a good one that I'm glad this is on here. So a lot of you guys ask me, where do I put my stop losses? Do I keep it at the bottom of this inside bar? Not on this inside bar. I definitely would not. Okay, this is a big inside bar. It's very large. So let's put our triggers on there. Let's put our targets on there. We've already, these 2 pink lines are telling me that we've already gone 2 down on the month. Okay, we're already 2 down on the month. We'll put our other indicator line there. We'll make it yellow. So if we trend to the downside, because we have the daily and the weekly are already red, if we trend to, let me put that in, if we trend to the downside, guys, I lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was going to say. Well, oh, that's what I was going to say. We were talking about stop losses. So this is the, I probably won't even edit this out. We'll just run through it. If we trigger to the downside and this reverses up, I'm not waiting till this thing is way up here. That would be a really, really big loss on your option play. This is what I like to do, guys. If we trigger here, I will switch down to the 5 minute, okay? And then I make my trades off of the 5 minute. If I reverse back up through this line on the 5 minute and break past that first bar, if it's small enough, I will take the trade there. What I mean is, if I hop back to the 5 minute real quick on this one, and I show this in all my review trades, so you guys see this every single day. Let's just zoom in here. Okay. So let's say our trigger line is right here off of this outside bar. If we trend down here and then reverse back up, I will probably wait till about this range, probably about the halfway point, the 50% marker on this 5 minute bar before I would actually get out, depending on how fast the option is moving. Like if I'm up in this range and I'm 50% already, which likely isn't the case, but if it is, I'm not in that trade anymore. If I'm at, 10 or 15% in that trade at a loss, that's probably where I'm cutting my losses. So hopefully you guys understand that. If not, go check out my trade review videos, because I break down where I enter and how I exit them exactly. Okay? Let's move on. So we've gone through these daily setups here. On Moderna, calls at 166.29, puts at 160.90. We are already 2 down on the month. The day and the week are in our favor. Roblox, how am I doing for time? Almost running out. Roblox has inside bar as well with a Thor hammer candle, but it is red. This one's a little tough because we've got the day is red, the week, the month, and the quarterly are green. So we are showing a hammer candle here. I would like to see this thing reverse back to the upside based off of that Thor hammer. and the week and the month and the quarterly already being green. If we trend up, the day is green and we have full time frame. Let me change that to yellow. We have full time frame up to the year. Okay, so this still can go either way. If we trend to the downside, then the week will also be red. Okay, so we'll have hourly, daily, weekly red if we trend to the downside. And we've already gone 2 down on the week as well. EW has an inside bar. I did not put triggers in, so let's do that now real quick. 102.50 for calls. And what are we looking at? 101.29 for puts. You guys can put your targets in there. This is likely to continue to trend down. I don't know, but my guess is we have a 2-1-2 continuation. We play what the triggers are telling us to do, though, okay? So calls at 102.50, puts at 101.29. INTC, this is the only one of the only ones that's different. We've got a 2 up that finished red. Okay, so we can look for puts on this one at 38.96, targets at 38.53 off of INTC. Comcast, CMCSA, inside bar. Comcast, we can take calls at, where are we going to here? 42.84. You can put your targets to the top side at the top of the preceding candle or wick. Puts at 42.21. First targets, bottom of the wicks, next one here, etc., etc. There's one thing I wanted to go through with you guys here as well on lift. Lift, LYFT. Okay, top of a broadening. Here's a broadening formation. It gets kind of messy here, but we've got these lower lows to higher highs, lower lows to higher highs. And guys, if you're asking me, these are, to me, telling me that we're likely to trend down lower based on the fact that we're looking at this broadening formation here. So we might tag this one. We might end up tagging this one. We'll see what happens. I can put a trigger here. I don't normally play 2-2 continuations, okay? But this is what we're looking at for tomorrow. Possibly coming down to the bottom of this broadening formation. Now, this might very well go 2-2 up, but it also may well hit this broadening formation here tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Those are the play, guys. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Click the bell. Make sure you're getting that Griswold Strat indicator. It is private. You cannot find it on TradingView. You have to use the link in the description below or the link in my Twitter profile. Good luck, guys. I hope you are green tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this. Good luck, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.